It's so...
Bikini season is just daunting for everybody.
It's just hellish.
It is. It
hellish.
is. Yeah.
But you're going to talk about the physical aspects of looking better in our swimwear. We're going to start out with cellulite.
Cellulite.
Ugh.
Which the majority of us have.
Makes you want to turn off the lights immediately. Okay.
You can be thin, you can be fat. And
I've seen the skinniest of actresses. Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
There's like 3 models in the world who don't have cellulite. The rest of us all have cellulite, okay? It's just a fact.
And those 3 women walk around pretty much naked all the time.
But everybody else is photoshopping.
And good for them.
They probably are naked all the time.
Okay.
So what is this? This is, when I think about cellulite, I think this is the easiest way to think about it. So the plastic bag represents the skin.
Right.
Now, the marshmallows represent your fat cells underneath the surface of the skin. So in somebody without cellulite, you know, those marshmallows, they're nice and evenly dispersed. And in those 3 people,
they're ready to make us some more.
Right. They have the nice and even marshmallows. But in people who have cellulite, like the rest of us, you've got these fibrous bands that are represented by these rubber bands. And what they do...
They literally are constricting, right?
Exactly what they're doing. So you got a bulge, then you have like a pucker. Then you have a bulge, then you have a pucker. So you're seeing on the surface all these irregularities on the surface of the skin. So in the past, you know, when it came to cellulite creams, how did they work? They worked by temporarily making it look better. So imagine replacing these marshmallows with like mini marshmallows. You know, they're not going to bulge as much.
Right.
But if you really want to get to the root of cellulite and really come up with a long-lasting solution, what do you have to do?
You got to break the band.
You got to cut the band.
You got to get rid of the fibrous material.
You got to release the bands. So if
it's like, you know, cutting the sinew out of your steak, you know, right?
Exactly. So what is this doing?
Then it'll loosen it up and flatten the surface out.
Now you got your marshmallows.
But do they have
evenly
Do they have things that can do that? Well,
now we do. So now we're going to demonstrate with Sarah. So we have a procedure available now. It's called the Cellfina. And what it is, actually, I did this procedure on Sarah about a month ago.
Okay.
Sarah came to me. She's like, I just want a long-lasting solution. I don't want any of these quick fixes. So what we did, now this Cellfina is amazing for cellulite dimples on the buttock area and on the back of the thighs. It is not good for this area right in front of the knee. So you got to pick and choose correctly.
Why is that?
You may not be a good candidate for it. Right now, it seems to be working best here. And in that area,
it's not as effective.
It's not as effective. So right now, that's a good area for the creams. But for this area, this is the sweet spot. So the way that Cellfina works, so we can take a look at this video of how it works. So what it's doing is there's actually a vacuum. And the vacuum is sucking the skin, the fat, and the fibrous bands into this applicator and putting it in the perfect position in order to cut those fibrous bands and release those fibrous bands.
Well, how are you cutting them?
So, what I do is first I actually numb the area locally so that Sarah doesn't feel any pain, and then I take a motorized needle, and I take that motorized needle and actually shift it back and forth, and it cuts that fibrous band. Now, she's nice and numb.
If it made you look less dimply, you'd be like, all right.
You may grow. You may grow now, but Sarah's looking pretty good. All right, so now, Sarah, why don't you take off your robe, and why don't you stand up here and show the before and after. So Sarah was, I would say you were bruised for what, like 2 weeks or so before she was bikini ready.
Yes,
so you do want to time this appropriately.
Here, honey,
but it's just nice and smooth because when you release those bands.
Oh my God, look at the difference.
It's an hour-long procedure. It's about $3,000 to $5,000 depending on how many dimples you have. But
now, Sarah, did it hurt?
After the numbing, I didn't feel a thing.
Wow, but are you happy with the results?
Very happy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really does make a huge difference. You said it's about $3,000. How long does it take? I mean, how long does it take to physically do the procedure?
So it takes me about an hour in the office. But then for Sarah, you know, she was pretty sore for about 24 hours afterwards because, you know, sitting down, it hurts a little bit.
Right.
So, you know, the first 24 hours, you want to take it easy. And after that, you can resume your normal activities. But really, it's the bruising that I think is sort of that when you're timing it for bikini season.
Right.
You want to give your skin enough of a chance.
So get in there like
the
now.
bruising.
Right.
You got it.